Oh, hey buddy, it's your old pal Scott, and this is Let's Talk Tabletop. Today I wanted to discuss something with you, just a fun little mental game to do, and that would be, if you had 3 wishes, what would you change about Warhammer and or the wargaming industry as a whole? To make it better, to make it improved, or whatever. And I've got some thoughts on this, so let's dive in and see what I think, and then we can hear from you in the comments section as to what you think. So in real life, at my real life job, I work with a best friend named James, and we like to discuss all sorts of things with Warhammer or Wargaming in general that, we wish it was this way, or what if it was that way, or what if they did this differently, etc., etc. And the thought came to me, if I had 3 wishes, what would I wish if I could just snap my fingers and change it? What would I change about the wargaming industry? And of course, you could be stupid about it and go, oh, everything was free or something. But I'm talking about actual things that might have a positive impact. And more or less, I will claim they're realistic. But I'm trying to treat them realistically. Now, of course, if you want to be silly in the comments, that's fine with me. But number one, I really do think that the wargaming industry needs another top dog besides Games Workshop. And I believe this because that would hopefully foment some competitiveness and some competitive pricing and other things like that. As of right now, there's never been a true competitor to Games Workshop, and there still isn't. I had high hopes for Mantic, I had high hopes for Malifaux, I had high hopes for any of these, even one-page rules or whatever, and it just doesn't seem that anybody can shake the grasp Games Workshop has on the industry. And if you look at most industries, there's a couple major players in it, and they all kind of share the spotlight and all kind of share the market share, and they have to really aggressively fight each other for it. Like, for instance, like Pepsi and Coke sort of scenario, where there's 2 big names, there's lots of smaller names, but I'm surprised that there's never been another big name in wargaming besides Games Workshop. Now, of course, Warlord Games or Mantic or any of these other, they are smaller, and they might be successful, like Corvus Belli and all of that, but they're never Games Workshop scale or influence or notoriety or market share. And it's kind of a shame, I think. If I had 3 wishes, the first one would be that there was at least one other major company in the wargaming industry. Let's say Mantic. They are basically the best analogy to Games Workshop there is, and I would wish that Mantic was a much larger company and could really fight Games Workshop. I think we'd see a lot of positive things come out of Games Workshop as far as player friendliness and things like that if there was some true competition.
Hey, I'm going to let you in on a little secret, just between me and you. Good Nuff Gaming had me on his channel recently to do a demo of Brutality Skirmish Wargame with my Predators versus his Westeros warband. He seems like he really liked it, and if you like one-page rules content and battle reports, things like that, you should go subscribe to his channel. The link is in the comments.
My second wish is that everybody knew instantly what you meant when you said fun. I want just a fun game. I like to have fun. This is just a fun list. That can mean umpteen different things. Fun for me is throwing some lists together and trying to play well on the tabletop, but not with a whole lot of synergy. And specifically, I like to do narrative missions. For fun for somebody else is taking a top tier list and trying to improve on it or play it well, execute it properly, etc., and really sharpen their strategic thinking and their list building and things like that. There's no wrong or right answer to this, but one of the biggest points of contention in the wargaming space is competitives versus casuals and everyone in between, and they all say they like to have fun. I wish when somebody said, I just want a fun game, something in your brain would go, click, oh, okay, he means really competitive, okay. And when you say, I want a fun game, click, oh, he really means narrative and just throw some dice, beer and pretzel sort of scenario. I really wish we could sort that out. And my final wish is that players would be more open-minded to other systems. And this kind of goes hand in hand with the whole Games Workshop as the top dogs scenario. But there are so many good games out there. I mean, many, many, many good games. And they're all from smaller independent publishers, such as Warlord Games or Mantic or whatever. And it's just a shame that the vast majority of gamers won't give them a try. Now, I know it's a chicken or the egg scenario where you probably won't get into a game unless your club already plays it, but they won't get into it unless your club already plays it, sort of scenario. And that's why Warhammer is such a obvious choice for most gaming groups, right? Same thing with Dungeons and Dragons, right? Dungeons and Dragons is such a go-to for RPG groups, but there are literally countless RPGs out there that are fantastic in their own right and do things interesting or unique or have a neat setting or whatever. And it's just really a shame. I've always been someone that I've played so many different games in my past, at least a demo of it to see if I like it, right? Fantaside and All Quiet on the Martian Front and Wild West Exodus and Malifaux and Firestorm Armada and all of the Age of Sigmars and Mordheim and Blood Bowl and Dead Zone from Mantic and just umpteen games, Star Wars Legion, Star Wars X-Wing, just so many games that I have tried. And it's fine if it doesn't click with you or whatever, but there's a lot. I would definitely say the majority of players in the wargaming space are not willing to try a new game. And that really is a shame, because I honestly think if I got this third wish executed, I think that it would actually make my first wish also executed. Because if more people were willing to try new games, then Games Workshop would start losing market share. And I'm not trying to say Games Workshop is the devil or anything like that, but I think it would be far healthier if we did have more competition in this space. And I think that would drive prices down and all of that, innovation up, et cetera, et cetera. So ultimately, what do you think? Do you think that these three things would make the gaming space better and the industry better as a whole and the community improved? I sure think it would, to be honest with you. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think, and if you would tweak any of these, if you think they're good ideas, if you think they're bad ideas, what do you think about it? And I will see you next week on Let's Talk Tabletop. Thank you to all my beautiful, sexy, good-smelling Patreon patrons. Right here is where they're at. And I will see you next week.